From Fringe, she plays Helena. Please join me in welcoming Anna Torv. From V, she plays FBI agent Erica.
And then the fighting came after for me with Erica, trying to figure out who she is and what to do and that sort of thing. But I remember I auditioned like 7 times for Julia, and with Erica they offered the part to me, and that was more terrifying because because it actually felt somehow like maybe I wanted to show what I could do first. So it was a bit off-putting for me, but then really great at the end of it. So no, it seemed to me that I was the only kind of 40-year-old at the time. I worked really well.
And Anna, what about you? You really need to open yourself up to sci-fi, even if it's not something that's inherently interesting, in order to have a successful career. I mean, do you find that because it's so dominant now today, it's a type of entertainment?
I love being dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I imagine I must feel differently, but to me, I've always felt like there's amazing women in sci-fi. There's amazing women in books. You know, in sci-fi books, there seems to be kind of a wealth of imagination and support for that, and I've always loved that. I've always gravitated towards that. I was brought up with a bunch of women, never told that there was anything I couldn't do, and I feel like sci-fi echoes that. Yeah.
Now, Ellen, you're a trained martial artist, and have you noticed that female screenwriters write differently than male screenwriters for strong female characters?
I have to say, okay, and maybe this will put me at odds, but I feel like a good screenwriter is a good screenwriter. I really do feel like there are people who the words leap off the page, and it is incredibly easy to fall into what you're doing. It's incredibly, you look at it and you know exactly what to do. And I've had that come from women, and I've had that come from men. I love it when a man writes a really wonderfully strong, complex woman. It means that he's watching women, which is always nice. It's kind of sexy. And I also love the intricacies that women can bring to the fact that they know. You know, like I'd like to go to a female doctor. It's not right. But I think it's just, you know, how good they are, how talented they are, how excited they are, passionate they are about who they're working with and the material they're working with.
And what kind of physical training did you go through for it?
I don't know about you guys, but we did 3.5 months with Navy SEALs and an artillery of 15 different martial artists. We did about 9 to 10 hours a day of physical training, strength training, martial arts, and then we'd end the day with a weaponry. And we'd go out into the fields of Los Angeles and shoot, you know, all sorts of guns. It was really insane. I mean, it's really liberating and beautiful, and it's almost I think it's a little dangerous for me, because now I'm finished the film and I feel like I could do so much, but I can do so much on film. Like, oh, I can walk down that dark alley and it'll be fine. I can just drop kick them, you know, to the floor and do a suicide roll, and they're like, well, you know, they're not all stuntmen, and that's what I have to remember.
There are real bad guys.
Yeah.
So what's the one thing that you can do from all that training that you never thought you would have been able to do?
Deadlift 300 pounds.
And what about you guys? What is the wildest on-set experience you've had physically? It's like these characters, and the wildest thing you've never imagined you could do that you can. Pick a few.
Sometimes I'm surprised
studio that we were at.
Strange,
Yeah, and so we used to see like all the girls. I mean, the guys from your crew, because you had a really healthy regime of what you had to eat, and we'd have these guys come in and go, just grab some.
No,
Not you.
Yeah. We saw Ballpark and went to the soda rain.
Oh, did you? They were starving. They just had all, but then you'd also see all the girls and then all the stunties and everything all dressed up, and you just like, after we had a ball.
Just real quick, I was 30 feet in the air upside down shooting my UMP fully automatic rifle while they were lowering me, and I had to unload my mag as I was upside down in a harness. And as I got down to the floor, the gun control guy kind of was looking at me a little like freaked out. I said, "Are you alright?" I'm like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "The only other person I know that's ever done that, gone upside down on a wire and unloaded the UMP, was Ice Cube."
I ran to the woods the other day. I thought myself that was crazy. That was actually technically really quite ridiculous to learn all of that and then have to keep switching it in and out and know where you were going to go, and then you had the other girls come into play. But that was fun. That was really, really fun. Learning both sides of the fight and both sides of the scene, and then trying to find, I'm not a very good fighter, and I've never trained in any sort of martial arts, or I haven't boxed, but trying to find differences between different fighting stances and things like that. That was really fun. But I love all of that.
And did your two characters fight differently?
Well, yeah. What I was going to say before is we call her Bolivia, so that's what yeah, Bolivia is kind of tight and she shoots with one gun, and Olivia kind of her arms go everywhere. There's a few subtleties. I'm working on more.
It's so much fun to get into the physical character. You know, I mean, and that's the feel like, you know, when you're saying role models, that's the thing I feel like I didn't have, was like amazing female action role models to be able to sort of help, you know, understand what it's like to like punch a guy in the face really hard, you know, and just like understanding the body.
But that's like, I'm interested, can I ask the question? Because I've never actually hit anybody in my life. Have you? Because that's something that I think a lot of guys do. Have that experience, and I haven't.
No, playground squabbles.
Not that it's a competition, but I mean, that is beautiful. I can see it. I'm trying to picture him being upside down, like, yeah, and then she reloaded, and, you know, I get dangled and wells, and... I do tend to be kind of hardcore. Like, I liked it. You know, like Josh and I, when we were doing that, I was like, hey, let go of the thing. Like, let him really hold you. And for the first couple of days, it was great. And then Josh was like, or we could just put a little bit of it. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Amps it up.
Now for the TV actress, Juliet would never be that, or Olivia doesn't talk like that, or Erica would not say that. I mean, how much have you been able to actually have a lot of say in what you do?
I think this is my first ever, like American TV show, so I think I'm sort of learning how much, what that give and take kind of is. But then another part of me thinks, and this is just my opinion, I like the challenge of justifying what I've been given, and interpreting it my way, and that's kind of the stain that I put on it, I guess. But I mean, I've been saying I want to play the Olivia from the other side for ages, and like that. So maybe I have more influence than me.
You know, I talk all the time about things that I would love to have happen, and I was pretty quiet on Lost because it didn't feel. It felt like I was kind of on someone else's bus, on someone else's ride, and I was really respectful of that. But I did get one episode called The Other Woman, and I read it. I was so excited. I opened it. It's like Christmas when it's going to be your episode, and I read it and I went, oh, no. I called and I said, hi, guys, hey, this feels, okay, you know, it started like that, really sweet, and it went into, I don't understand what you're thinking, this is a terrible idea. So they're like, it's gonna be okay, do it, it's gonna be okay.
And tell us what that episode was, if everyone doesn't know the
It was
title of
just Julia goes back in time, or she's in the past, and she had an affair with some guy that we kind of have met and haven't met before, and she's in a bikini, which is kind of what sparked it immediately. Like, really? Like, you know, she all of a sudden just puts on her bikini. Anyway, it was a lovely, kind of a little flight of fancy, but they are so amazing, and they are so lovely that after it aired and it got the praise that I thought that it might, they called and said, no, it was cool.
David and Carlton told us that story too, and they admitted that you were right all along.
To me, that's some brilliance right there. Like people who are just getting in there and trying to figure it out.
Right.
I love that. I would love to be wrong. I love to be wrong because then I can figure out what's right. Just being right, oh my God.
Right. Now, for you guys in South Pilgrim,